Hi, we're now in January, and it's good to be back here and filming our beauty review. We haven't done it for a few weeks, have we?
No, quick apology, we missed December. A bit busy.
Busy, it came. It's a bit
Came
like
and went.
the whole of last year just flew past. Nikki, what have you got for January?
I've got lots of new stuff actually. I don't know, I kind of did that, what's new, what can I... Last weekend I was like, I kind of fixated on something I wanted to buy, but I didn't know from a brand, and I didn't know what I was going to buy, and I went in and bought it.
Did you have one of those, I've got to have something? Whatever it is, I've got to have something.
I've got to have something, and it had to be Chanel. So,
good place
that's
to
where I'm going to start with. And, as it is, and I didn't know this, is I went in, because I thought, I really want to try some Chanel skincare, like I've had some before. And I went in, and this had just launched.
Oh, what timing? Do you think you actually knew?
It's meant to be. So, I'm going to talk to you today about the Chanel Blue Serum. Now, really cute, little disc. You peel it off down there. It's like a little house.
It's nice.
So, interestingly enough, and it tells you a tiny bit about it on here, this serum, the 3 main active ingredients, come from 3 places in the world that have the longest longevity.
Ah, interesting.
Longevity hotspots, or the blue zones, hence the blue serum.
Yeah.
So you have in here green coffee from Costa Rica, olive from Italy, and lentic from Greece, which is from the actual mastic. It's like a mastic tree. And in essence, the whole sort of focus of the product is antioxidant, firming, radiance. So you use it, it's a serum, so you use it under your existing skincare. So I've just dropped it into my, it's very faintly blue.
It's very light, isn't it?
I've just dropped this into my existing routine.
It smells gorgeous.
They all smell so lovely with Chanel skincare.
So nice.
So I use this, I actually am still using my Neod Copper. I use my Neod Copper, then I use this, and then I use my moisturiser to finish. And it gives...
it's a great fragrance.
It gives like a firmness and a radiance. It helps with pores. There's lots of information on Chanel's website about the stats of firmness and fine lines. But the other thing that's really interesting, and it's on the website, is there's a little sort of massage that you can do with it. Really? And it doesn't roll at all. So sometimes...
it actually sinks in incredibly quickly,
completely.
doesn't it?
Sometimes if you
really
try and
nice.
massage after a serum, you get those little rolls. You don't with this. And basically, you apply it and you kind of push and smooth up the jawline, then you smooth up from the mouth, and then you smooth up from the kind of nasal labial.
Yep.
So that's quite easy. And then, makeup sits really well. 30ml.
It's gone. I know it's going to be expensive, but it's got Chanel on it. It's bound to be. Yeah.
£81.
And did you say 30ml?
30ml.
30ml.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what do you think? 2 to 3 months?
Yes, I would say probably about 3 months. I only use 1 pump, and I use it at the moment during the day.
Yeah.
Because of the antioxidant benefits of things like the coffee and the it's got lots of polyphenols from the olive, so it's all about kind of regenerating and antioxidant, which is what we need. You know?
Absolutely. Sounds gorgeous.
So yeah, it was timely. It was meant to be because I decided I wanted something.
Had your name on it.
Did. So, and as always, I did it in Boots, so I got my points.
Perfect.
It's like a little bit back.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
But yeah, check it out. It's really interesting, and lots of information on Chanel's
really
website
nice.
as well. And obviously, we'll link. As I said, I got it in Boots. You know, anywhere Chanel, John Lewis, whatever. So yeah,
it's great.
That's one.
Looks amazing. Today, I'm going to be talking about my winter skin saviours. Over Christmas,
you were really ill, weren't you?
Well, I had really, really bad cold. I mean, it wasn't flu because I could get out of bed. I still made the lunch on Christmas Day, but I didn't clear up in the evening. And Charlotte actually said, "Mum, we knew you were really unwell. It's the first time in 30 years that you haven't stayed up and cleared up the kitchen, regardless of what time." So I want to talk about the things that have really worked for my skin. So the first one I want to mention is actually Dermalogica. And this is a super rich repair. Now, for ages, I've been using quite a light moisturiser. I think we all have, because we've been layering. And while I was unwell, I'm drinking water with honey and lemon and ginger all the time to try and keep hydrated, but I'm blowing my nose all the time. I'm in central heating. My skin was looking really a bit dry.
You need a bit of that comfort sometimes, don't you?
You really do. And what I love about this, it's got shea butter, it's got oil of evening primrose, and it is heavy. And, you know, just be aware that.
So you don't need much.
Sorry, that's probably far too much. We'll share. You don't need a lot. It does sink in nicely, but it creates a barrier on your skin, so it's protecting against. It's gorgeous, lovely smell, very light.
It's got lavender in it.
Not very fragranced. I didn't notice lavender in the ingredients, but it may be. And what I'd be doing, I would actually put it into my hands, press it into your hands, warm it up a bit, and then press it into your face. Don't try rubbing it in, just literally press it in. Now, what was interesting, I put plenty of this, there's the box if you want to have a look at the box. I put plenty of this around my nose a couple of times a day, and it didn't peel.
Yeah.
So I had no peeling whatsoever. But this is a bit like putting a blanket on.
Yeah, it is.
Really comforting. You pop it on your skin just feels protected. It's got that layer. And I'm so thrilled to bits with this. I think it's a really, really great product. This is actually 50ml.
It's got some great essentials in. Sandalwood, rosewood, eucalyptus.
Yep.
Quite comfort feeling again.
It is. It's that really comforting, just protecting cream. Love the pump. Love the fact you don't have to stick your fingers into it.
So really, like you say, cosseting for the skin.
Really good. And the
oatmeal,
oils,
soothing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Soothing, calming. Really does protect.
Now, would you be able to use this during the day? You think with makeup or not?
I wouldn't.
No, so more like of a night, or if you're not wearing any makeup, Do you know it'd be nice as well for you when you go skiing and that, you know, to keep that cold.
It's just to really protect your skin, give you a barrier. It hasn't got any SPF, so you would need to use an SPF. And I don't think I'd want to use this all year round or anything like that, but during the winter, to really give your skin a boost. And also, if you come in, certainly over Christmas I wasn't out working all the time, so I didn't have makeup on. This was perfect to have on during the day. But it was so nourishing, and I can't say enough good things.
Do you know what's interesting though? Because it's in that airtight container, you could use it as and when you need it. You know, like that little first stage cream. I don't think it's going to particularly go off or anything. It's not cheap. $62.85, but there are a number of places that have actually got it cheaper, so we'll look for the cheapest price for you and put a link to that. But super rich repair from Dermalogica, and I just think for winter skin, look how gorgeous the skin looks afterwards. Really great product. Kind of does what it says on the tin, doesn't it?
It really does.
Okay, so you recognise the boxes. A couple of chats really about I'm sure loads of you have already tried these, 2 products that are in the Ordinary range. One I've been dipping in and out of again, actually, similar, through the winter, and the other one I know that you're going to be trying soon.
Yeah.
So the first one is the vitamin C suspension, 23%, with hyaluronic spheres. Now what's interesting, and we've talked a lot about this, is vitamin C is very unstable. We often see that the liquids change colour and it means that they're not really active anymore. This is in a water-free and silicone-free kind of cream gel. Yeah. So, completely stable. And I know you love a vitamin C.
I do.
So 23% is going to be perfect for that brightening, that kind of antioxidant effect. Now you tried the vitamin C serum and you didn't like the texture so much, did you?
Yeah, and I find this texture again is very slightly grainy.
I think it's the vitamin C, yeah. This is lighter than the serum.
Then, as you're actually putting that onto your skin, you're releasing the
breaks down. Could be. I mean, I really liked the serum one, but this is definitely lighter.
The serum one, I think I've just got used to using a fluid, a liquid that sinks in very easily. This doesn't sink in quite in the same way. Do you think this is better to use during the day?
I would use
Or
vitamin.
at night?
My preference would be vitamin C during the day because it's going to give you that antioxidant. It also depends what you're doing. I mean, if you're using any retinols, then you would use the retinol at night and then this during the day. You know, they're not ideal to mix. The other thing with this is they're dehydrated hyaluronic spheres, so they kind of fatten up and smooth the skin as you get the moisture. I mean, it's super smooth.
It's gone in, it's sunk in, it's not greasy. It's just that first point of contact where it feels a little bit grainy.
Yeah. Now the other thing is, you know, we know that sometimes those vitamin C liquids can be, you know, over £100.
Oh God, easily.
£4.90.
It's a bargain.
So £4.90.
Why wouldn't you buy it? It's worth it.
And I'm just trying to look on the size. I mean, what is it? Just look on the jar.
30 or 50?
I think it's probably 30. 30 mil,
30.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, this has just gone on to ASOS as well. So I think you've got a younger customer now buying into The Ordinary, and obviously Victoria Health and all the usual places. And then the one that I'm trying, and I know a lot of you are massive fans of rosehip oil, varies greatly in the grade. It must be cold pressed so that it's not destroying the ingredients. And this is what I've been dipping in and out of. Now, the interesting thing, you know, there's been a lot of interest and big people buying into vitamin A retinol oils.
Yep.
Some of them, again, are £100
Oh, yeah.
to use at night. Now, this naturally has vitamin A in it.
So
cold pressed.
love the colour for a start.
Yeah, you can see that it's not.
You can see the quality of an oil, can't you, the minute you look at
Linolenic acid, so again, comforting,
Yeah.
buffering, nurturing.
It's not an overpowering smell.
No, I mean, it has that natural smell. It has that
It smells like
very
natural oil.
slightly fatty smell.
It's not very strong though.
No.
I've used much stronger smelling oils.
And then the provitamin A.
Lovely, lovely texture.
So I would tend to use this, and you know, again, if you're using a retinol treatment at night and you want to put some kind of nourishing into your skin, you could then use that on alternative nights.
Okay.
Or you could, if you don't want to go down the retinol route, you find it too much, introduce this into your routine so you're getting the benefits of the provitamin A without any side effects of the retinol. So I know people that really swear by these, and again, similar to your product, you know, if you're feeling tired, run down, dehydrated, I mean, you know, you get on transport, the heating's on, you go in at home and then you go out and it's cold. This is what you need to add in, and literally like one drop. And this one, £9.
It's amazing. The other thing, I just find a little tiny drop of oil in with your foundation this time of year just gives you a little bit of an extra barrier, a little bit of extra hydration, protects your skin, and this is so versatile. And there's nothing in it that would harm.
And what's interesting now actually as well, they're being a little bit more, certainly on this, informative on their packaging as to how to use, because I know there's been a lot of questions. So they're saying here, apply once a day to the face, ideally at bedtime, after the application of water-based treatments.
Good.
So as we've always said, you start your lightest serums first, and then you finish up with your creams. So yeah,
fantastic.
So 2 more winners from The Ordinary. We'll update you with the vitamin C once Tracey adds it into her routine. So good products.
I think I might need a tissue before we try anything else.
Tissue? There you
Got
go.
lots of product on me. Okay, now today is pretty exciting because it's the launch of a new product from Merumaya. Now we've used their products quite a lot over the years. Nikki's not a big fan of the fragrance. Personally, I don't mind it. I quite like the fragrance. But what they've done now, firstly, they've got new packaging. Very nice.
It looks great, doesn't it?
Gorgeous
Really
new
good.
packaging. Really, really nice. Really like it. So today they're launching the retinol resurfacing treatment. And I've had this for a couple of weeks to test. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with it. I love retinol. My skin loves retinol. I've used it for quite a long time, so I've built up those retinol receptors in the skin, which you really need to do. But what I will say about this product is, even if you've never tried a retinol, it's been formulated so that it's a very gentle approach. it's not harsh, your skin's not going to fall off, you're not going to get a lot of redness and peeling. Reason being that it actually has 0.3% retinol. Now this is the new guidelines that came in October. You've probably seen, sorry, a bit slow here, probably seen retinols with up to 2%, which is has been in the past the limit that can be sold here. It's all changed. 0.3% is the new limit, and that's what's actually in the Merumaya retinol resurfacing treatment. So you've got the maximum permitted amount of retinol. Then also in here you have an extract that comes from samphire.
Yeah, I'm just reading.
So you know the samphire that's growing like a seaweed. This extract also, it works in a similar sort of way to retinol. So it's helping to repair the skin, it's also helping to brighten and clarify the skin.
And I think a lot of those kind of seaweedy type ingredients are very resistant, aren't they? Because you know they're
absolutely.
in extreme temperatures, and so they build
1 minute the water's
yeah.
got sun on it and it's hot, next it's cold. Now it's also got 2 different weights of hyaluronic acid, so you're keeping that moisture in your skin. As you know, hyaluronic acid can actually retain the moisture more so than its own volume, so keeping moisture in the skin. You've also got matrixyl. Excuse me, still got the cough. Matrixyl 3000, which is the highest, or the latest, the best type of matrixyl. What matrixyl is a group of peptides, and they are teeny tiny molecules that can actually be absorbed by the skin. So the ingredients encapsulated with the matrixyl will be carried deeper than without it. So also squalene, which comes from olive oil. You've just got a whole host of nurturing products. What I love about it is it's actually deeply moisturising. Can I just have another squirt? Have a squirt of that. It's very moisturising. It's quite light. It sinks in easily. You feel like you've got a moisturiser on rather than just a treatment product. And honestly, you wake up the next morning with brighter, clearer, fresher looking skin. I can't say yet that I've used it long enough to see any difference in lines and wrinkles, but skin texture, skin tone and moisturisation, really good.
And how much is it?
$33.50. That's for 30ml.
Yeah.
And I think the price is great. I think if you haven't used a retinol product, go for this, because it's gentle, it's mild, it's not going to strip your skin, not going to give you peeling, and I think the results are great. It has got this fragrance which runs through the whole of the Merumaya product range. Most people I know absolutely love it. I really like it actually. I know it's not your absolute favourite, but other than that, I think this product is really worth it.
Good value.
So, out today, 20th of January it is, and definitely try it. Lines, wrinkles, brightness, the whole lot.
Okay. So, new launch, actually, makeup launch from Hourglass from me. Everybody knows I'm a bit of an Hourglass fan, and I've just been sent this week actually, and it is the new lip stilo.
You're going to want this.
Called Girl. Okay, so that's the name of the lip stilos, and they are super hydrating, super pigment, super comfortable. 20 colours. The shades are amazing, and they all have kind of quite an empowering message in the name. And also, if you go onto social media, there's great campaigns where they're encouraging people to post Instagram pictures themselves wearing the whatever colour and put I am, you know. So I have Icon, which is the red, which is the I have their gloss as well. So mine would be I am an icon. This is true. So great, you know, the great metal packaging. Take the lid off, and it's like the kind of crayon. You can twist it up, but it has, I mean, beautiful.
It's gorgeous. isn't
And
it?
it has obviously the click. Try. It has the click.
You never try it, I want it.
Some of the shades you will absolutely
Look at
love.
this.
You need to pay a little visit to the Hourglass counter.
It's got really deep crimson-y.
Yeah, great pigment, but it's not matte. So very, very comfortable. Shea butter, sunflower seed, jojoba oil, and they talk about it as being like a second skin feel.
It's just gorgeous. I imagine it's really hydrating, but what I also like is if you don't wear a really strong lip, I mean, Nikki and I are quite different. She wears a very strong lip, I generally don't. But look, if you just blot that in.
Yeah, like a stain. Yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous?
So £26, which I think for a premium lipstick is kind of where they're at now. But go ahead, and I know it's launched on Harvey Nichols, I think exclusively for a little while, but go ahead and have a look. The shades are beautiful. And have a look at the social media campaign. There's some great images. And the other thing as well, and I think she's 49, the model they've used, Asian model.
Really gorgeous.
So cool. Like minimal makeup, strong lip, stunning, beautiful. And, it's about empowering women, which is great, which we love.
Fantastic.
So that's Hourglass Girl Lip Stilo.
Right, still on new. Katherine Daniels, brand that we both like very much. It's a salon brand, salon range. British. And also available. You can buy it online. You can buy it in salons as well, but you can get it online. But what we like is the fact that these products, because they're used in salon environment, day in, day out, the two women behind Katherine Daniels, they've been in this industry for years. They know what really works on their clients. And when they're formulating products, they put all that experience into it.
Don't turn it round.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm not showing it off very well, am I? So, lovely little tube.
Yeah,
now, this is the multitasking eye balm. I should tell you that first. And just, you can see I've been using it. It doesn't come out quite so...
It's not, I'd rather it doesn't come out so easy than too much.
Well, I've actually been using it a lot since I was given this, so I've used it quite a bit. Now, what's interesting about this, it says it's a multitasking eye balm. Deeply hydrating.
Feels like a bit like a primary texture.
It has got a slightly smooth, a smoother texture than you imagine for an eye cream. So rather than a cream, it is a balm. And you can use this all over your eye.
Do you know what's nice is the only other balms I've seen have been in pots, and I think people use too much then.
Yeah. This is easy to take, the little grape of
tiny.
rice that we've said before. You can use it across your lids, you can go up to your lash line without any problem. Makeup sits beautifully over it, because as you can feel, you've got a really, really smooth, fine texture. But the fact that you can use it all over your eyes.
So like if somebody's getting dryness and kind of hooded lids and crepiness, you can use it
across your lid as well.
Fantastic.
So you can take it right to your lash line, it won't cause any problems. Great under makeup. It costs £32. It's 15ml. Eye creams last forever, pretty much. With that, I shouldn't say forever. Nothing lasts forever, but it lasts a long time. I was picked up on Big TV once on that by saying this lasts
Advertising
forever.
standards.
Doesn't last forever. It'll last a long time, 15ml. But the other thing, when I've been travelling, you just pop this in your carry-on bag, and I put it on during a flight. Keep putting it on a couple of times if you're on a long flight, once or twice on a short flight, and it just stops that dehydration. When you get off a plane,
you can feel
and you look like everything's been sucked out of you. This prevents it, and you can see I've used it quite a lot. It's just come out. Can't say enough good things about it. Great product.
Good.
They've also got a super new night balm as well, but I'll tell you about that another time. So,
fabulous.
Over to you.
Okay, right, my final one requires the use of a mirror. To make sure that I'm doing everything okay. Now, this is not out yet, but you will see, if you are a fan of Ouai hair care, which you guys know that I work with to training and all that kind of thing for them, this launched last week in the US. It has gone crazy.
I think Jen's been...
Jen Atkin,
videos and things, isn't there?
Jen Atkin, who is LA stylist, lots of celebrities. Great range we launched last year here. It's taken the UK by storm. And as I said, this launched last week in the States. It's launching here at the beginning of March, but I wanted to show you, and then if you see anywhere that's got wait lists and things, you can go on it because it's going to go crazy.
You're a bit of a temptress, aren't you, really? Because you get us all excited, and now we can't have it till March.
Hair, right?
Yeah.
So, this is the first ever formula in the world of this style of product.
Sounds exciting
You want it
to
already,
me.
don't you?
Well, you know I do.
This is the dry shampoo foam. Now, I've been talking to retailers. Yeah, I've been talking to retailers about this, and what I do when I'm showing people is I actually do it in the meeting with the buyers and things like that. So I'm going to do it now. So give it a good shake. Okay, it comes in the white can, and you squirt it out.
Oh, so it's like
and it looks like, well, it looks actually more like a shaving cream, and when you do that, it actually feels like a shaving cream, okay? So it's not loose like a mousse, it feels quite
loose
dense.
Like a mousse.
Loose like a mousse. It's quite dense. And then what you do...
Oh my God.
...is you rub it into fringe,
how quickly it's gone.
parting. And basically, with dry shampoo, you normally say it's for day 2 hair.
Yeah.
This is like day 3, day 4.
Yeah.
And once it dries...
It's gone.
It's gone. Now,
so just explain to me what it's doing. Is it absorbing?
it has a diaphanous earth in there which absorbs any excess oil and things. It has conditioners, obviously the amazing Ouai smell.
Yeah.
And it just, once it dries down, and there's lots of videos online, as I said.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really
So,
interesting.
you know, like if you get off a flight, I mean, imagine that if you're on a long haul flight and you just think, oh my God, I kind of want to,
Fuck your
you
hair
know,
up.
just, you know, that kind of thing, or in your desk drawer at work,
Do
or
you
in
think
your
they'll do a
bag.
smaller one?
We are bringing out travel sizes this year, yes,
Okay.
of this, the texture spray, the wave spray. Yeah, there will be a small one you can travel with. £24 for that size. And, you know, as I said, I've had that. I've been showing it to retailers and things, but it's just... But, I mean, you feel my hair now, it's just dry.
It's amazing. It goes really quickly. It doesn't, like, disappears into...
And, you know, this is extreme on black hair.
I quite like the idea that, you know, sometimes you've been out in town all day, you've been dragging round, you're going out to meet somebody in the evening, you haven't got time to go and get anything done with your hair. If you can just put something through it that just brings it back to life.
And it will give it a bit of volume as well. Which is obviously,
Looks
you know,
great,
I think
well,
you're
mine
going to be a
needs
fan.
more than a volume. I washed mine last night, so I didn't have to do it this morning. That's why it's as flat as a pancake. It looks awful. It needs cutting, really. Definitely needs cutting. Great.
So we wanted to give you the heads up, and we will put the links in. And as I said, you know, I'm sure, because we've already had all the retailers kind of saying to us, when's it coming? So I'm sure there's going to be wait lists and things that you can look at. But yeah, go check it out. And if you know Ouai, the other thing is the smell. Jen's obsessed by high-end fragrances, so it smells amazing.
Great.
So, yeah, dry shampoo foam.
Okay, my last product, Crabtree and Evelyn. It's a brand that we've kind of all grown up with for years and years. Packaging's just beautiful. Everything about their range is lovely, and they're known for their hand creams. And they've just brought out a range. I keep wanting to stand it up like that, but of course the way it's printed, it's like that.
Because I think Crabtree is a lie down brand.
It's a flat lay,
Yeah.
definitely a flat lay. So that's how I can show you, but I kind of want to do that to it. What they've done is they've brought out a range of overnight hand therapy, rejuvenating hand creams. Now, I never ever go to bed without putting hand cream on.
No,
religiously. I've done it for years, and I'm hoping, I mean, this is, as Nikki calls it, my driving hand. That one's not quite so good, and I'm always testing products on this one, so this one's my better hand. But I think it's what's helped keep age spots away, and, you know, that hand certainly looks pretty clear. And I think it really works, because you give yourself that chance for the product to really penetrate. Now, this particular one, as I said, 5 in this range, brand new.
I like a bit of pomegranate though.
This one is pomegranate.
Oh, that smells nice.
It smells gorgeous, and you've got a bit of fig leaf in there as well. And also in the range, they've got rose water, which I want to try next.
Oh, I want one.
Pear and pink magnolia. They've got a special one for gardeners. They've got the
I think I bought my parents the gardening one.
Have you?
Yeah, before.
So it's an intense formulation. Pop it on before you go to bed. And to
It's
me,
not sticky though.
it's not sticky at all. But I found that it felt like I'd almost got like a sort of glove, a seal that just locked in moisture, and it's so sort of protective, nourishing, rejuvenating. But you get up in the morning and your hands still feel good, like they did when you put it on. So I'm really very, very impressed with it. Now,
If you get the rose one, I'll have this one.
Okay, all right. I'll buy the rose one and you can have this
I
one.
like the smell.
Because I've used this lot. But it's not overpowering.
No,
is it?
but do you know the other thing I like is I often put hand cream on and then read.
Yeah.
And I hate it then when
That's
your book
exactly
gets
what I
oily
do.
or you make
And this, just rub it into your cuticles. But you wake up in the morning and your hands look really good. And I don't know, I
Of course,
just
I look
love
lovely
it.
now with my
You
hair.
do. You look lovely as well. So, £19. Available from Crabtree and Evelyn. Lots of online stockists. We'll put some links for you. Great packaging.
75 grams.
75 grams,
That's
sorry,
nice.
I didn't say that. Yeah, you don't need a lot, do you? I haven't been putting a lot on, small blob. Love the packaging, but it's a great present as well. So if you're thinking of looking for something for a girlfriend, you can't have it yet. As soon as I get rose water, I will give it to you. So that's the Skin Savers. I've been using it over the winter.
Yeah, and my few new things that are coming and that I'm using. So we're nearly at the end of January actually. A couple more weeks.
1 week.
1 week.
Scary.
It's been a busy start to the year. I keep on getting emails about holidays, so I'm like, oh, you've already been away.
Might have had a short one.
But yeah, lots coming. Obviously, there's going to be lots of imagery and stuff about of all the new
Lots of
seasons,
new
colours.
launches coming out.
Everybody's talking about green because it's the Pantone colour, but doesn't really do it for me.
They're all talking about clean as well. So
That'll soon
boring.
change.
So boring.
Dry January? No.
No. Not us.
So, we'll be back soon and we will keep you updated on any exciting things, bags, reviews, all sorts of things happening.
Lots. And as always, any questions, Nikki's brilliant at answering them. Please drop them below the video, drop them below the article on the site. Email us info@fighting50.co.uk and we'll get them answered. Thanks for watching and we'll be back in a couple of weeks' time, hopefully.
Okay.
See you soon.
Take care,
Bye.
guys. Bye.